Hello friends, today we will discuss stereoisomerism, and in that stereoisomerism we will discuss in detail geometrical isomerism. Before starting, first let's start with the what is stereoisomerism. Molecules have a same molecular formula, but the atoms are joined to each other in a different spatial arrangement. They are occupied different position in three-dimensional space. In this stereoisomerism, here you can say in that stereo means it is a three-dimensional. Stereo means it is a three-dimensional. Isomerism you know already, same molecular formula but different structural formula. So in that stereoisomerism, structures are differentiated on the basis of different arrangement of group or atom in space. Okay, so it is represented by the three-dimensional structures. There are the two types: geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism, also called as cis-trans isomerism. Optical isomerisms are enantiomerisms, diastereomerism, meso and racemic mixture. Today we will discuss in detail geometrical isomerism. Before going to geometrical isomerism, first we have to clear two concepts: configurational isomerism and conformational. It's very easy to understand. What is configurational isomerism? Stereoisomers that cannot be converted by rotating the molecule around a single bond. And conformational isomerism, stereoisomer that can be converted into one another by rotating the molecule at a single bond. So these are the examples. Geometrical and optical isomerism are the configurational isomer. Staggered, eclipse, gauge and anti are the conformational isomers. Simply you have to remember, configurational isomer, it is restriction to rotation around a single bond, but in a conformational isomerism there is a rotation around a single bond. Now we are going to start in detail geometrical isomerism introduction. In that geometrical isomerism we will discuss three molecules: one in alkenes, one in alkene, another cycloalkane and oximes. So let's start with alkenes. So we know geometrical isomerism is a example of stereoisomerism. It occurs in alkene but not in all the alkenes. Always you have to remember, geometrical isomerism occurs due to the restriction to rotate a carbon-carbon double bond. In alkene you know already, alkene means carbon-carbon double bond. So there are the two forms. You can see here how it is arranged: atom cis form, here is a cis form and here is a trans form. So in that cis form you can see here that this is one atom and another atom. This is a one carbon and this is the second carbon, double bonded carbon. So one carbon having a two different atoms, another carbon having a two different atoms. So these two identical atoms are how it is arranged. It is the same side to the double bond. It is the same side to the double bond. In these two group, how it is arranged? It is a opposite side to the double bond. It is a opposite side to the double bond. So you have to remember, in cis geometrical isomerism two identical groups are arranged same side to the double bond, it's called cis isomer. If two identical groups or higher prioritized group are opposite side to the double bond, it is a trans isomer. This is one example, 1,2-dichloroethene. You can see these chlorine atoms, how it is arranged. These two chlorine atoms are same side to the double bond. In these chlorine atoms, trans, opposite side to the double bond. So it is a trans and another is a cis. Okay. Next, in this structure, it is a structures of alkane. So in alkane there is a single bond, and you can see here is a continue rotation around a single bond. Continuation. So there is no any different structures are formed. Always remember. And in double bond, here is a double bond. There is no rotation around a bonds. So it form a two different structures like this, one and second. There is no rotation. So both are cis and trans are totally two different structures. So how geometrical isomerism occur in alkene? Because of restriction to rotate around a double bond. Now you can see here, you have to, already we discussed, all alkene does not show the geometrical isomerism. You can see here is a different 4 examples and all are alkenes. So in this first example you can see these carbon atoms having a two different groups. These carbon atoms having a two different groups. So it can form a geometrical isomerism. In second example, this carbon having a two similar group. Also this carbon having a two similar groups. So it does not form a geometrical isomerism. In this example, this carbon having a two similar group and it having a different groups. At least if in this example one carbon having at least two similar groups, so it does not form a geometrical isomerism. In this example, carbon having a totally two different group, one and second. In this example, one and second. So it can form a geometrical isomerism. Simply you have to remember, double bonded carbon must having a different atom or group attached to. If it is a similar group, atom or group attached to the carbon, does not form a geometrical isomerism. In butene, you can see here there are the 4 isomer of butene. So one is a butene, but1ene, but2ene, there is a but2ene having a 2, one is a cis and another is a trans, and it is a 2-methyl propene. So in this but1enes having a this group ethyl and hydrogen, but in this carbon hydrogen are similar, so it does not form a geometrical isomer. It having a methyl and hydrogen, so it different group, hydrogen and methyl both are different groups, so it form a cis geometrical isomerism. Similar, methyl and hydrogen, different group, methyl and hydrogen, different group but are opposite side, so it is a trans. Here is this carbon having a hydrogen similar group, so it does not form a geometrical isomerism. So simply you have to remember to form a geometrical isomerism, double bonded carbon, each double bonded carbon having a two different atom or groups. Now geometrical isomerism in cyclohexane. In that cyclohexane, the shape around each carbon atom is tetrahedral, and there are two different ways the bromine atoms or group can arrange themselves. In this structure you can see these two bromine atoms. The arrangement of two bromine atoms are different. How it is arranged? One bromine atom is above the plane, another is also above the plane. You can see in planar structure both bromines are how it is arranged. It is a same side of the plane of the ring. So it is a cis isomer. In that ring structure you have to identify the arrangement of atom. If it is the same side to the ring, it is a cis. In this trans isomer, the bromine it is a below the plane and it is a above the plane. So you can see in planar structure one bromine is above the plane, another is below the plane. This is the planar structure. This is the planar structure. So you can easily identify cis and trans in cyclohexane. Always remember in cis bromine or any atoms are, if it is arranged same side to the planar structure, it is a cis. If it is the opposite side to the planar structure, it is a trans. And how you can identify is it a geometrical isomerism or not? It must be both group or atom, it must be on the different carbon atom. It is if it is substituted on the same carbon, it does not form a geometrical isomerism. In that isomerism, bromine are below the plane and another bromine are above the plane. So it form a trans isomer and it is arranged like opposite side. And one bromine is above the plane, another bromine is above the plane. How you can see it is above the plane? By this bond representation. This bond is represent above the plane. Bold wedges it is above the plane and dash wedges it is below the plane. And how it is arranged? It is a same side to the planar structure. So it is a cis geometrical isomerism. Now geometrical isomerism in oxime. Now what is oximes? Oximes are formed when carbonyl compounds are treated with a hydroxy amine. They are represented as R and R1 group. R may be hydrogen, aryl or alkyl group. R or R1 may be the hydrogen, aryl or alkyl groups. They are the two form. One is a aldoxime and another is a ketoxime. In aldoxime, at least R or R1 at least it having a one hydrogen. In ketoxime, R or R1 may be a aryl or alkyl group. In oxime, geometrical isomerism occur due to the restricted rotation around a carbon double bond end. So it form a two form, syn form and anti form. Like in another example we said it is a cis and trans, but in oxime it represented by syn and anti. So you have to remember nomenclature in oxime for geometrical isomerism, it is a syn and anti. In aldoxime, syn form is the one in which both the hydrogen and hydroxy groups are on the same side of the carbon double bond end, where in the anti form they are on the opposite side. You can see this hydrogen and this hydroxy groups are on same side to the carbon double bond N, it is a syn oxime, and you can see hydrogen and hydroxy groups are opposite side to the double bond, it is a anti. However, with ketoxime, the syn and anti descriptor indicates the special relationship between the first group cited in the name and the hydroxy group. For example, if you are represented with a methyl group, if it is a methyl group, so methyl and hydroxy groups are same side to the double bond, so you can say it is a syn methyl ethyl ketoxime. If you are represented in respect to the ethyl group, so it is a ethyl and a hydroxy group are opposite sides, so it is a anti-ethyl methyl ketoxime. So it is very easy to remember. In aldoxime you have to remember for syn, hydroxy and hydrogen. If it is the same side, so it is a syn. Hydrogen and hydroxy group are opposite side, it is a anti. In that ketoxime hydroxy group, you have to represent in respect to the any atom. If it is a you are explaining, or if particular atom it is the same side, it is a syn. If it is the opposite side, it is an anti. So now friends, it is a completion of introduction of geometrical isomerism. In next lecture we will study the different properties and determination of geometrical isomerism. Thank you.